Siapa yang mau?
Bang, sabar bang, lagi rank bang.
Ah, nge-cheat babi.
Ayo nggak ada senjata cok.
Terus TV?
Lagi play bang.
Petnya nge-cheat, petnya nge-cheat.
Cheater.
Cheater siapa sih? Pet. Cheater. Oh, anjing lah.
Aing rela badon anjing.
Main ya gue kasihan tuh. Main satu.
Iya kan kemarin Aing diajakin dia main. Kayak enak Aing gitu.
Ya udah bilang lah.
Mau nggak?
Mana? Di
Mendo
mana?
tuh Mendo bang.
Tuh.
Webpackers.
Go, nanti gantiin aing ya.
Kela.
Digilir. Ini kita kasih mana pergi loh anjing.
Tolol dia masa badon goblok.
Kita relakan. Enggak lah abis ini maksudnya kan.
Oh iya.
Relakan maneh main sama dia. Nanti balas budi.
Ada Jiplan nggak sih di sini?
Enggak. Jauh.
Sana. Ke depan, bukan ke kanan.
Ketemu cheater mulu bangsat. Sumpah. Tadi kita drop juga ketemu dia.
Hey, halo.
Main sampai hamil. SCQ udah stream. main sampai hamil Aing yang hamil.
Iya. Ngerti.
Ya Aing harus kirim foto selfie.
Endo.
Ya bang, TW. Sabar lagi login gitu bang. Anjing nggak kill cheater, bagus.
Watsonnya nggak ngecit.
59.
Bangalore.
Oh yang pilih tim-tim gede. Wih mantap. Let's see what they do.
Yang cheater apa cok?
Mantap.
Bangalore ini.
Mati nih.
Yes, we can.
Itu cheaternya ya?
Iya. Dua orang.
Tim
Dor.
apa tim MTH?
Dor.
Enggak, mana cuma nempel satu.
Diamond. Veteran
One
off.
team left, but
Bunda.
Ya Aing nggak bisa masuk squad
two
satu.
teams are
Aing.
base.
Kapasitor.
Oh cuma satu itu itunya.
Dua. Pet sama
Ini Eropa.
Yang satu siapa nih cok?
apa? Iki lah.
Iki lagi lah.
Iya nih.
Tem. Oh ya ada tem.
Oh,
Dapat template.
Frosty B, hello.
Hello bro.
Yo Tem, what's up?
Yo,
What's up?
bisa tem.
I think we go for the
Jangan main guys.
Agree?
Bunga.
Yeah. Need to be fast though.
Yeah. One fifth.
Siapa ya?
Ajakin lah.
I'm early.
Bareng Templex main.
Pinky finger.
I'm on pro leading.
My favorite player, bro.
Frosty B.
Oh, TV.
No time to compare.
You wanna play Simplex?
Play? I'm eating at the moment. I'll play later.
Sekolah, play lah.
Yeah, we're looking for one for rank.
That's it.
Why this one nice.
Take Kisan.
Wow, he's too good for us.
Let's go boys.
Drew.
Wah,
Yeah,
Hell
that's what he
no.
said. That's what he said. He's like, you guys are not good enough for me, so like, fuck you.
I'm gonna take it first. I get it.
Let's grab it to the
Yeah.
Not me either.
Feels bad, man.
jangan ngomong bahasa alien lu nggak ngerti.
You know how fooling you, bro.
We can take Salve speaking.
No, I don't want to. Or they leave. Yeah,
I think.
Ya kan main sih anjing.
Hah?
We can try him.
Ini ganti lagi judulnya, ganti lagi.
Ganti apa ya sih?
Judul stream.
Apa?
Bareng Pos TV.
Ah, oh, Anggi pengen nonton, cuma yang nontonnya kamu sendiri ya.
Guys, I think this was Hydra though.
Terus mau main yang
Go Hydra.
mana?
Yeah, go that
Streaming
spot, right
goblok.
there. Like we want.
Oh,
This does not.
kirain mau dari yang.
Final.
We can read it.
Dia menurut mana kaca atau chats?
here? No.
Nggak tahu
Worth
sih.
it lah kompetitif mah.
Iya kompetitif worth it. Soalnya mapnya lebih gede. Terus
Lebih fair juga.
lebih fair juga ya. Soalnya bagi
ikutan komen dong siapa aja Allah.
iya emang bener bagi
bener
aing
ya.
bagi aing kace tuh lutannya kayak nggak fair.
Okay. Just try.
Orang-orang kapasitor derik itu tuh kalah bakal menang loot daripada orang yang turun di Hydrodam, The Cage, Market, treatment kayak gitu bakal kalah. Kapasitor sama derik tuh OP anjing lutannya.
Fine, just run.
Gede banget.
Iya, terus
Just come.
rotate-nya juga orang-orang juga pada cepet juga, terus tiap rotate pasti ketemu orang juga.
Oh, guy here. Yeah.
Turun kapasitor
Keep
Saya yang turun kapasitor.
TBR.
Just keep going, guys. Keep going. My team is there.
North.
It's fine. Come to here and heal up.
Oh ini zone The Cage ya, zone The Cage bawah.
We just there's a guy there looking. Just get there.
Nah tapi Mande.
And set up.
Lihat tuh di mana Ki Twitch or YouTube. Twitch. Ada jenuh Ki main Apex ada lah, pasti ada bos.
There's a guy there.
Itu buat komedo sih ya itu.
It's fine for now.
Kelakban
Bukan.
itu buat komedo tahu gak sih mana Garnier Man.
Tahu
Nah
aja.
itu aing panjangin salah satuin.
Like we need
Goblok.
to
Gak serapi itu anjing.
Tapi serius itu lakban emang
like
lakban.
just don't take any stupid duel.
Kayaknya pakai
Enggak ya,
chat gitu.
Khusus deh.
Iya,
Kayak
pakai chat.
ngomongin apa anjing?
Itu
Iya,
yang mata
Metafe.
itu.
Oh,
Yang hitam
ya kali
hitam.
lakban anjing mukanya ini
Jangan
nanti
lah anjing.
gimana?
Rusak anjing itu pakai
Iya,
kena
iya.
lem anjing.
Mikirnya anjing nih orang pakai
Lemnya
lakban
masuk
berhari-hari kan.
Iya, lemnya masuk pori-pori.
Bulau.
But I don't think
Bulan.
Which pins? Okay, I'll drop some nades.
Lion sudah di
Charmers?
dapat spot di Hydrodam kayak ini
Inside.
Aing belum lihat sih. Zonanya kemana? Wah, North udah di grief sama orang. Wah, dari tower dari tembakan.
I have 12 cells still. I dropped 4 here. They have cells.
Can we somehow get
Oh, keren Kraber.
that room is looking right now? Here. I'm hiding here for now. We should be able to get banner.
Kok main di sebelah Hydro?
They're shooting. They're
Playing,
fighting at
bro.
I got instant knock.
Oh, crypto.
I got instant knock.
Third team.
Oh,
Kita ngasih
anjing.
itu rame di kaca deh.
Just reset them.
Krim doang anjing.
Pernah iya, mana scream doang.
I can't point ke Phoenix.
Oh, pada nge-grief anjing. Pada di grief. Pada di grief.
Yeah, I'll try. Not map room, I think I go swamps. Taking more meds.
I have a lot of nades, dude.
I have none.
I have 3 arc stars, 3 thermites.
How many cells do we guys
I still have 4.
Si pasien kita ajakin lah anjing.
Yeah, we are bad on cells. That's it.
I'm taking a thermite.
Dude, I have,
Budi,
I have,
anjing, sekarang.
7 nades. I can send the shit
Ini
out
nggak
of
main, enggak. Itu yang pakai lakban di muka namanya siapa? Matafe.
Lakban anjing, bukan lakban bos. Cat.
Perfect.
There's more cells, wait.
Ini ditikung jadi Angki mampus
I
aja.
can take those.
Bangki halo.
Gonna take them. I need to drop an accelerant. I can't drop anything else.
Geng kieu heng, mana juga si mata apa heng?
Yeah, close
Streaming
the
lah heng.
folder.
Facecam pakai ieu.
Tata.
Tapi lain non.
I think what we need to do.
Lain ku gambar anjing.
Or,
Ku skincare we bodas.
or something. Like we need
Pakai spirulina tah rejo aja.
I can drop.
take the
Nonton
Pakai masker anjing.
Ini.
Gus,
Hah?
makan naon?
Ke masker.
Masker naon?
Bangkoang.
Atuh bodas hitam hideung.
Baik goblok. Jadi aya manfaatan mana?
Big shout out
Itu modalan.
to Flavor of the Month for maintaining that consistency. It's been fun to see. Meanwhile, Matafe now did get the
Masih 19
revive
squad.
off. He decided to go for a pretty passive, a pretty safe
Oh, ini
beacon
zone.
a revive or respawn for his teams in the storm just to make sure that he can do it
Ini bukan zone
successfully.
hydra
And
deh.
of course, as a Wraith, you're going to drop that portal. One thing though, look who it is. It's Outsiders, another team that's been playing very consistent top 3, top 4 finishes. They're like, free KP for us. Nom nom nom. We'll see if they can connect.
Bakal mental ini zonanya anjing ke hydra.
Interestingly enough, it looks like North
Feeling
decided, or sorry,
aing.
Ad Hoc Gaming decided not to take the portal that Matafe dropped for them. They went for a zipline play instead. So I'm not sure if Matafe gave them some sort of call out or what the situation was there, but it looks like Ad Hoc Gaming will be able to survive. And they have all 3 members alive. Of course, they have no loot, not many resources, not in a great position right now, so they're going to want to find some shield, find some
Enggak kedanan
heals.
lagi Ki.
We'll see
Enggak.
what Ad Hoc Gaming can do.
Lagi males main.
Meanwhile, jumping on board with Odin Gamers. So I love what we've seen here. The 3 Dark Horse teams that I kind of laid out. I think one of the 3 of them, I think you could expect to have a good performance here. I think one of them is going to turn some heads and shock. Who's it going to be though? Is it going to be French T, Koira, or Odin Gamers is the question mark. We're currently on board with Odin Gamers. It's Shades. Shades with the wingman trying to get some long-range shots in. Not sure which team exactly it is that he's going to spot here. 19 teams remaining, but keep in mind we have some casualties. We know Ad Hoc Gaming is currently not in the ideal situation that they'd like to be in. We know that North, out of this one, it's the one squad that is out. We know that Fenerbahce was also lost 2 members of their team, and I highly doubt they're able to get the revive on their teammates or the banners. On board with our other Middle East and Africa team, it's Lava City Boys. We've seen them before, and again, the second team to qualify in top 10 for a guaranteed spot in our Super Regionals number 4 tournament here. So congratulations to them for making it happen. Meanwhile, major pushers, Malawan, a CIS team coming from Eastern Europe, getting some good shots, and we all know how aggressive they play. And that's been another team that's kind of been quietly performing incredibly well. They're going to track a team down in tunnels now. Let's see if they decide to push it, getting some good shots in, and I think you can expect a push here. Looks like there is a Caustic nearby. I think it actually is their Caustic dropping gas. Not sure if their opponent team also has Caustic, dropping some passive defensive canisters on the way. We'll of course keep an eye on this fight here. As Major Pushers decides not to take it, they say, hey, it's not worth losing the high ground, it's not worth losing our positioning, and we're going to have to rotate in 15 seconds. They're going to decide to rotate through early towards next circle, and now still kind of tracking towards these tunnels, still trying to find this team and seeing if they can get a cutoff angle instead rather than chasing. You never want to get in a position where you're chasing, especially if the enemy team has a Caustic as well. Not sure if they do, and it looks like we just spotted one. I believe that was a Gibraltar or a Caustic. Gonna get a nice R-Star off his beautiful third eye, gonna connect for at least 100 plus health. Malawan doing a great job for his team. Needs to be careful for this grenade. Not gonna tag him up, times it very, very well. Tags him for his shield, actually, I take that back. As it was a Gibraltar, it's gonna drop a dome shield. Buy his team some time to heal. But when you're playing against major pushers, you don't have a lot of time to do anything, is now. It's gonna be Cleve playing with aggression. Branches, though, gets taken down, and guess what? It is Lava City Boys. Who's gonna knock one? Lava City Boys gonna get knocked by major pushers, and in the end, I believe it will be major pushers who is going to eliminate the Lava City Boys from this lobby. So when it is said and done, we have North and LCB both taken out from the lobby as it currently stands. Fenerbahce with only one player remaining.
Ada tapi dia udah ke-wipe.
We'll see.
Ke-wipe tadi di grief sama orang.
To success. Meanwhile, the team that did take out North, we're gonna jump on board with Flavor of the month.
Ini dulunya tim Navi ya nih.
And
BJ Taylor,
they are nearby, the same fight, same area. They can opt to take a fight against major pushers, as I believe it was
Bukan ya ke Hydra anjing ke Cage.
major pushers that was eliminated, but instead look at this setup from Flavor of the Month. A little bit risky in my eyes, but they're playing with confidence. They're running a 1-1-1 split, opting for high ground control and actually taking, by using their Watson, dropping fences in the top of one building, getting that real estate, and then going and taking another building. So they are basically monopolizing, it's like a game of Monopoly right now, all the real estate on the map as it currently stands. I love this decision making from Flavor of the Month, making it so another team can't get that prime positioning as it currently stands. But I believe they will rotate momentarily. Ad Hoc Gaming still hanging on by a thread. It is Kuya and 0-0. 0-0, of course, a member of the former esports squad that did get a silver medal alongside Snipe Down at the X Games in Minneapolis way back, and I believe that was August, September timeframe. Take me back to those days of events all around the world and Apex Legends. But kudos, of course, to our competitive gaming team at EA and Apex and Respawn for adjusting into this online format.
Jing, 18 squad.
Weekly online tournaments every other week essentially.
Loki, halo. Nafi masih ada kah? Apex? Gak tahu.
To have storylines.
Lions
And by the
ada.
way, these players have had a chance to compete for prize pool. And of course, you know, gaming, professional Apex is their livelihood, which you'd love to see. Kuya.
Nyalain kipas dulu ntar.
This is a squad, maybe if you're relatively new to watching European Apex, maybe you're a fan of the Americas and you're watching for the first time. First off, Kuya is going to say, welcome to Ad Hoc Gaming. That's what we do. We hit our wingman shots. We know Matafe is one of the best wingmans in the game. Second, this Ad Hoc Gaming squad is a compilation of a few different rosters. Kuya came from Cababrilla. Cababrilla was a team with a crazy team name that was ridiculous to say every time I was casting, first and foremost, but they were disgusting. It was
Just juga lumayan nih.
one other, I can't remember, the name is slipping me right now, who the third member of Cababrilla
Emang
was.
jago semua sih, rata-rata ke hampir setara semua.
And they split up, which was sad to see because they were such a good roster, and all three of them kind of
Dari
went to different
berapa ya?
rosters,
Hampir
different teams. Zipith did go to Ad Hoc
30 tim
Gaming
apa yang
alongside Kuya.
kayak ininya setara.
By,
Makanya kayak NA aja.
Of course, Zerifer was the third member of Ad Hoc Gaming that rounded
Kualitas
out that squad and also got replaced early
kompetitifnya
on by
lebih
Zipith. So we've seen some roster changes for Ad Hoc
lebih
Gaming.
berkualitas sih kompeten, lebih keras. Mereka tuh karena mereka semua objektif gitu.
A squad that has had the same exact roster since online tournament number 2, by the way. As
Tingin
Nasty played
placement.
online tournament number 1.
Mana ini si Faze?
He flew all the way to Orlando, Florida to compete in the North America region.
Oh,
So big kudos to him for doing that,
Tes.
for finding this roster and finding success.
Tes.
Meanwhile, blasts of
Tes.
Weigers getting
Anak-anak
out.
Apex nggak ada yang main.
They're gonna get taken out, so Weigers brings
Nggak ada,
their name
kosong.
returning to a grand finals format here. We
Oh,
haven't
anjing,
seen
kepala.
Weigers for quite some time. They make it back. They get taken out. As looks like Nasty
Oh,
Straight and
ditepel lagi.
Del are finding themselves in a really tough spot here.
Oh
Del,
my
last member alive
god.
for this squad, as it looks like Deltouche is back with me here. Deltouche, can you hear
Matang
me okay?
aja. Chaos itu aja.
Not yet. I take that back. We'll get Deltouche back in the cast here momentarily. Again, apologies, y'all, for having to deal with my voice over and over again. But as we can here, we'll get Deltouche back in the lobby here momentarily. As I think we do have Deltouche back. I'll try again. Second time's a charm. No dice. I don't hear Deltouche in ear, and that's why the phrase is third time's a charm. So the next time I try it, it's going to work this time. I absolutely promise. As we're still on board
Odin
now
Gamers.
with Odin Gamers, we said these are one of the 3 Dark Horse teams.
Oh,
currently
ini
massive out,
pakai
gonna get
charge.
taken out, as it looks like the revive is going to come through from the opponent team. Not sure who that was, but they'll be able to reset SJP2, another squad that we were used to seeing in our online tournament series, one of the more aggressive squads that we keep talking about. SJP
Orang lama juga nih.
major pushers. They're currently in a great spot. Check out their kits. They have
Jago.
purple shield and gold shield for that fast here. That fast heal. And now I will... Touche, if you are back, you just start talking, brother. I don't have to cue you. You just let me know.
I was just waiting on the right time, my friend.
My man, welcome back, brother. You're waiting for the third time being the charm is what you're waiting for. Appreciate it, bro. Good to have you back.
Thank you, thank you. Hope you guys didn't miss me too much.
We are now in late game here. You came back at the perfect time, man, because I'm going to need your help to break down this late game. So, Touche, I know you've been troubleshooting, haven't been watching a whole lot of what we've seen, but a couple notable squads getting taken out north. I believe LCB, Lava City Boys, eliminated from this one. 13 squads remain in round 4. So this is a pretty aggressive lobby early on. We're used to seeing around 17, 18 squads at this same mark, Touche.
I think that just goes to show how open Kings Canyon is. It's very hard to find the right spot at the right time. You got to get there early, and you got to be ready to defend yourself because there are going to be teams that want to take your spot from you. There's just so much open area. I mean, look at this. We see 2 Wraith portals going right next to each other. Taylor getting his shield cracked from the back. Just trying to get this portal off for his team into circle before he takes it back. He challenges this one-on-one with no shield. And he's going to go into the game move with no shield. Oh my gosh. This guy's crazy. He gets some decent even shots off. And they get taken out.
Best.
I believe
Kita
he had
pengen
to stay in the bubble.
Yeah, I think that would have been rather challenging with no shield, especially against SJP2 squad, who was absolutely kidded as we're now on board with SJP2. They're going to get taken out.
Apa?
Itu yang barusan nge-push. Kenapa nggak balik portal anjing nih?
Dia pengen chasing. Bukan chasing apa? Pengen langsung kontes biar dapat langsung si spotnya.
Tapi kan maksudnya pas nyampe sana udah low gitu.
Iya. Jadi dia pengen nahan.
Halo?
Halo.
Ada yang punya Discord CSGO gitu nggak? Ada yang main CSGO nggak? Mau nanya.
Nggak ada.
Aku nggak main.
Nggak main.
Apa?
Nggak main.
Ya tadi kan habis main CSGO kan iseng gitu buat main hide and seek gitu, terus map hostel. Nah itu tuh agak penasaran, cuma pengen main lagi kan tadi ke desktop connect sendiri. Caranya gimana ya? Soalnya dilihat juga nggak ada itunya buat mainnya.
Oh anjing udah 6 squad lagi aja. Rame nih pada rotate soalnya. Udah daerah sini. Open juga daerah sini. Gambit. Terbeki.
Just getting absolutely exploded on that push. You hate to see it. He tried to do some and it was ended swiftly by T1.
Jing Crypto Revenant itu.
That's exactly right. Third impact black.
Dua tim. Tiga tim. Mukul.
Into a fight here. Look at the aggression coming through from third impact. I don't believe they even have a Revenant ultimate out either. So they did that with just the confidence of their skill, and they're able to have, maybe they have some intel that we didn't have. Actually, they recognized that they only had one member. That was Gambit actually. So I thought it was a different squad that they were fighting. It was Gambit who they recognized they had a 3-versus-1 fight on. They're going to take that fight with confidence every single time.
Bakal mati yang di kiri.
Oh. How quickly teams have gotten eliminated here. I believe we have the likes of third impact. I think Alliance might still be in it. I didn't see them on my kill feeds.
Dia ambil batu mati nih anjing.
Absolutely, this is what I was saying. Look at that ridge line on the left that I was talking about. That's the team.
Jeng.
Bombardier.
Lions. Jaya sih. Dia ambil spot.
They like to take a portal that goes up the hill.
Dia ambil high ground dikit.
Rock to hide behind, but I believe they might have just got Gibby ulted.
Jadi kalau ini perang nih bisa si Alliance bisa nge-backstepin mereka. Tapi mereka sadar juga bakal di backstep, jadi mereka mundur lagi. Nah, mereka ini supporter EMEA. Oh.
The charge rifle cost it going crazy right now. Great shots right there, good damage. Getting a knock on IPN.
Oh. Focus fire.
That's exactly right. Great shots for them, and I agree with that. I like how you said you're going to hold that cost goal for late game, which is the wise decision. But I think they recognize that it's Alliance to their right. If they can take out Alliance, they're in a good spot.
3v3-1.
That ultimate coming through from Caustic. Meanwhile, Sharp is absolutely ripping souls right now with charge rifle, connecting for great shots. First it was IPN of Alliance, and now Lazarus, the last team were live in this one. It's currently on board with Sharp of Myth. Great to see Myth, another squad that we really had in contention for being a top 3 team.
Jadi ke pojok anjing EMEA sama Alliance.
Since then, Nasty Drivendel's dominated, but look at this, Alliance able to get back to full health. So
karena dia nguasain
kontrol
2 spot.
They could have held it. I like the throw though because they were just trying to zone them off from behind that rock and then pick them, which they did. They got a knock on IPN, but it was a quick res, and you see the Gibby bubble going out from IPN, and it is a duel. Right now. IPN's bubble was thrown second, so it's going to pop second.
Oh.
You see going onto the Pathfinder 3v1 on the Pathfinder. He's going to play the truck.
Going champion, I guess.
All doing a great job staying alive.
Oh no.
The whole team focuses on Pathfinder, and it is an easy cleanup for the other 2 players as the Pathfinder playing the truck so well took all the focus from the team that was trying to push it. The other 2 players said, hey, what's up? We're over here still. What's going on? We'll just kill you right now.
Bawah tadi. Tapi kayaknya nggak tahu.
1, 2, 3. Alliance cleans that up so well, and I agree, Altuche. I love the way they played that.
Ini nggak enak ya. Sering gak John di situ.
We didn't see their perspective, so it'd be interested to hear
kata
how
haram.
they're able to get IPN back up, how they're able to recover and get back to full shields. I'm also curious as to why Myth didn't play with a little more aggro. I know they had the set they wanted, but there was a third team, so they almost played that Myth like it was a 3-versus-3. Like there was 2 squads remaining, not factoring in the third team remaining there, Deltouche. But in the end, Alliance with a great team play, great collapse right there in the end. They're going to take home a first place finish. Anything you would like to see Myth do differently there?
I would have liked to see the Caustic ult held maybe a little bit longer. I think he got a little greedy. I mean, the rock was there, and you saw 3 players behind the rock. He probably said, hey, I'm going to throw this. I'm going to zone them out from behind the rock so they have to move, and we can get picks and maybe take out their whole team. Unfortunately, the zoning worked, but they only got 1 pick off the ult and the zoning ability that it creates. So, and the res was popped on IPN. It just wasn't enough. I think if they held it a little bit longer, they could have thrown it.
Lazarus, the last team were live. The whole team focuses. IPN's bubble was
Nah, ini kalau misal Aing nggak tahu sih dia kondisinya gimana, low atau apa makanya ngedum. Tapi kalau Aing jadi mereka tuh jangan sampai ada yang low terus pas zone udah maju kita tim yang ini tuh ngedum di depan biar orang itu susah buat masuk. Lebih mending kayak gitu daripada nahan kayak gini terus di tim Alliance nih ngontrol semua, jadinya enak buat Alliance. Kalau kita misalkan ngontrol duluan tuh lebih enak. Sekarang dia jadi dikadalin. Dia gak menang trade dia nih karena nahan di sini. Gak menang trade tuh dia bener-bener gak damage. Lihat teman-teman Alliance pada masih full HP. Sayang banget miss itu. Tap. Lo mau mabar sama gua, males. Aing lagi lemes. Asli. Main pengen nonton. Udah streamingin aja.
Absolutely. Now, I want to talk about the beginning of the game because we saw Flavor of the Month being their super aggressive former VP selves. Talk to me a little bit about what they did wrong. They're definitely one of those teams that you keep your eye on because they seem to what's the right word? I think the name Flavor of the Month is actually quite appropriate because they seem to change their play style a lot based on what they're looking at.
Yeah, Flavor of the Month was doing pretty well. There was a lot of teams that were doing well. It was just a very brutal circle. We saw multiple portals going right next to each other. There were so many teams scrapping. So many teams died towards that end zone. There was no buildings for anybody to play. It was all in the open. So you saw Caustics excelling. You saw Gibraltar's excelling. And if you were inside in that area, if you were holding cage,
main nggak?
Apa Fall Guy?
Ayo Fall Guy. Ayo. Tai lah aing dari. Apa kayak gua?
Apa kayak gua? Gus dengerin lur, enggak ya, Go? Enggak ya, Go?
Kenapa sih? Ego kenapa sih? Anjing.
Apa sih ya?
Apa sih Ego?
Gusin lah, Gus. Mana. Udah
enggak.
Oke.
Ayolah, cukup tahu aja gue. Sumpah aing harusnya udah tidur.
Tahu Jepang aing kita belum di Jepang atau di mana kayak mana?
Asa tim independen semua enggak direkrut tim e-sport Legend sana. Enggak tahu sih. Lagi bisa login Apex ya? Enggak tahu. Aing enggak login Apex juga. Lubang
bisa.
Lions Jasmine 1 12 kill 24 poin. Lazarus 14 cuma 7 dia 12 ya. Third impact
si Pais mana ki anjing itu
6 poin. Hah?
Evaseli nggak dikasih roll anjing parah banget.
Nggak tahu sih
Evaseli ya
lagi ngewibu kayaknya.
Iya ini anjing kaburu kata itu burusut si anjing
burusut
anjing.
Itu Alliance anjing. Itu apa sih? Anjing apa sih goblok kayak mau ngomong apa lupa.
Apa ya?
Ya Alliance goblok bener. Mainnya bagus anjing tadi pas mainin netnya sih liatnya ki yang di batu. Orang masuk.
Oh iya. Ya itu bener-bener gak bisa apa-apa anjing.
Iya anjing fuck up anjing.
Tapi emang di situ juga nggak bisa dimainin sih. Walaupun dia nggak di net dia ya di open dari kanan kiri bawah kanan bawah kiri atas juga.
Mana Gus? Siapa? Listen.
Oh, Apex Gambit masih ada Apexnya masih. Si baik.
Gus mana Gus?
Lions itu aja.
Hah?
Lions. Roster.
Hakis itu ada kok nggak tahu nggak inget.
Oh si Listen masih itu. Pairing race dulu bang.
Ad hoc gaming.
Nor tadi di grief aja. Iya mana merhatiin gak sih orang-orang luar main masuk zone-nya bareng sama circle nih.
Iya.
Pas zone maju baru
ngambil spot.
Iya.
I ask him theoretical questions sometimes, and I'm gonna put him on the spot. So Tom, I'm so sorry, but also awesome.
Si Glisser mana? DC nya.
Harusnya kalau kayak gitu orang-orang sana sadar sih.
Iya, anjing. DC aing bangsat.
Kalau gameplay Eropa kayak gitu.
Iya sih. Mungkin gara-gara itu ya, gara-gara efek apa yang udah di tengah circle semua susah masuknya.
Iya. Mindsetnya sih, mindsetnya.
Kayak mungkin
orang-orang
berharap
juga pasti objektif, jadi itu juga harus
berharap manisnya tuh orang yang di depan aing tuh bakal dia nembakin terus kita bisa nge-TP atau ikutan perang.
Iya.
Soalnya banyak juga orang di luar zona.
Saya juga ngeliat ada perang satu, perang lagi
Iya. Gue.
So just starting off here with 24 points is fantastic. If they can keep the confidence up, keep the energy high, it's going to be good. On the other side, you got to be gaming and say, okay, Matafe did a great job rezzing us. It was unfortunate that we got early. Same with North, just brush it off, make sure they don't have another poor game here, because 2 poor games is not good at all, obviously.
good at all.
Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights from what we just saw and see what was happening that got it right. Tom, take us through these beautiful gameplay shots.
Anjing.
Yeah, so early fights happening, and you can see just
Langsung dibunuh.
going on over here from the LCB squad. You don't want to really get in engagements that early. You could end up getting third party, but if it seems to be secluded, you can go and take it. And this is where we see GST get some kills, but there's really not much they can do because you have to queue out right there, and it's a very difficult.
Ini tim SJP Mastiff semua ini anjing.
Coming around and just absolute chaos.
Mastiff shotgun.
This is when we see all these teams die.
Makanya kalau apa perang di Doom kayak gitu enak banget anjing.
Iya.
Gambit was one of the teams that was there. Alliance is one of the teams that was there. But again, it was the Gibraltar team mixed with the Pathfinder. So not only getting the beacon scan, you don't need the zoning of the Watson here. That's something that we see aim assist run. I think it's an extremely underrated team composition. I'd like to see more players take that underneath the belt. But it's all about Alliance's patience there. It's all about their teamwork and their ability to work together with the team composition they have. They got that res off as well. That was huge. And they just played that last
huge.
Makannya apa babi?
Suka anjing.
How do I come up with segues, Tom? I don't know. We've actually got some tweets from you all.
Bagus, mukanya kayak apa anjing?
Waduh.
Blok.
Blok.
Guess what? You follow us at Play Apex. You use the hashtag
Apa itu?
ALGS, and we've put you up on
Apa?
here. You're gonna get 1,000 Apex coins.
Nggak tahu ya.
That's a lot of coins, Kate. I need
Terbang dan melampauinya.
I don't think I can win. I'm gonna try to tweet it. I already used my hashtag.
Yeah, we should definitely find
Lobby yang paling keras region mana Bangki? Mana ya?
Cimahi lah.
Hah?
Cimahi dan Cihanjuang.
Anjing lagi nguap selak bangsat.
Sih. Orang-orangnya ini sih. Ya lebih mentingin nahan gitu dibanding perang duluan. Terus pada akhirnya pas mau masuk zone tangkar semua. Dan kalau menurut Aing rotate juga susah buat di EU.
Toxic. Stream mana rusak?
Biarin aja.
Sial.
Nggak apa-apa.
Udah biasa.
Emang gak ada akhlak.
Game sense gue lagi bagus.
Boy, lots of different things. Then you will get your choice up 1,000. Well, it's not your choice. It's the 1,000 Apex coins. It's a pretty good choice, I would say. That's your choice between that and not.
Yeah, you get a choice on how to use them. I would, again, personally be going for hand loops. I don't know what you guys doing. I'm all about the hand
Jelek banget.
Absolutely. All about play. Well, don't worry. We're all over the Twitter.
Ayo tahu sih mau ngomong itu anjing.
We are at Play Apex Compete on YouTube. You can go ahead and give us a free sub over there.
Bang Eriko bacot pukis. Eskial katanya auto jester, nggak tahu. Eskial, Apex Eskial.
Sama Apex bubar gitu. Habis kontrak kayaknya, nggak ngeliat si template.
Nggak tahu juga.
Enggak, soalnya si template sama SQL habis. Terus tapi si Chamber, si Chamber di kontrak baru kayaknya bareng sama si Dexter.
Kayaknya
satu tim gitu.
Si Chamber tuh dari awal banget dari Scream T1 ada tuh dia udah di mid.
Fortnite.
Di keep dia.
Ayo deh, sudah mau salam Mas.
Kira Exot.
Exot anjing yang zombie. Tuh anjing. Hai.
Mau dicatok nggak, Mane?
Enggak bang, skip dulu bang. Libur dulu.
Itu fake ya? Nggak percaya gitu.
Tuh by the way orang sini anjing.
Siapa?
Iya, si itu.
Iya kah?
Lihat mutual servernya goblok.
Oh.
Dia pernah cari party. Aduh anjing kaget kayaknya kepala orang anjing.
Si goblok.
Lagi ngelipet glitch. Iya anjing refleks. Tiang.
Come on, look at this guy. I love the confidence, the swagger. We got
Swagger.
Jelas.
Anak-anak mid 2 katanya mau pada pindah cuma si template mau dipertahanin. Gak tahu ingin ngikutin juga.
Katanya mau ini dia masuk ini kan Amuska.
Waduh. Amuska tim 2.
Waduh, yoi bro. Apa hai? Yang ngambil atasnya.
Nembak aing di mana itu sih?
Ini.
Wah, 2 tim berarti ya.
Yang
sini. 76.
Mau push tadi dia. Ada ulti tasan?
Ada.
Wah, kayak TP sih kalau perang coy.
Ini sih iya.
Itu yang
Main
Main apa?
Putih satu.
Ini orang-orang. Game 2.
Babi kau Evo anjing. Iya nggak jadi. Bang.
Wah, ini banyak coy. Bukan 2 tim ini.
Tahan rumah bulat yuk.
Ayo.
Bom apa?
Goblok.
Kalau shotgun bomb.
Bro, ini ngejiplan nih. Iya, nak.
Ngejiplan. Udah datang ya?
Iya, aing naik duluan.
Suara siapa itu Bang mirip Suneo? Si Bagus.
Apa?
Suara mana mirip Suneo?
Nggak tahu aing dari dulu emang iya anjing. Ada yang satu ya kita.
Evo rate-nya pecah crack low.
Pecah pattern.
Gua sama Kevin.
Kapan ini?
Temenin aja bagusnya San.
Bawa turun satu dong, bawa dong ini lo parah sumpah.
Iya.
Turun.
Coba klik sana.
Awas ya.
Aing dulu. Bro anjing telat tuh main dong.
Oh.
Ayo coba masuk.
Ini kayak yang kemarin.
Tuh mulu aing. Kau ngedum.
Yeah, it looks like they were able to take out elitist and Koira Gaming. We do assume that is the team that dropped out.
Masuk dulu.
Left. Could be tough to get that bad drop in market. I think anybody in the Twitch chat or YouTube chat knows exactly how that feels.
Anjing, mau di mana gue bingung kan. Hidupin gak tuh?
Ulti aja dalam San.
Slow.
And so we'll see if that continues to translate. Fenerbahce, Turkish representative, they can continue on. The flavor of the month here, Blaze.
Ada naik ke atas, Gus. Oh enggak ya, udah enggak.
Mana satu lagi, coy?
Di itu di dekat. Nah,
atas ya?
Atas.
Ayo.
Bagus main apex lagi ya.
Duh, totemnya diaing lagi. Pecah.
Paling dari atas terus.
Swipe armor ya.
Ngantuk sih.
Anjing.
Oh, anjing headshot gitu.
Kena titit.
A lot of these teams are going to start getting into position because the way that we're kind of predicting how our final circle
Barang Kevin lagi yang ngambil.
in that open area. We'll see what happens though.
Absolutely.
seems to be so much of what this game has been.
Ini agak delay
It's good to
dikit.
have you here on cast, man. It's been
Sama.
our first time casting together actually, and so it's nice to.
Udah mah delay game, ditambah delay otak ya Gus ya.
Jahat gitu anjing.
Oh.
Cover mana? Dua ada orang lagi.
Healing aja healing. Ngepush sendiri dia. Temannya telat.
Ke atas satu ya.
Yep.
Jaga tangga, jaga tangga. Awas di atas, di atas mana Sam?
Kalau mau tarik tarik dah.
Sosok tarik kayak jaga sendiri.
Di sini ada box kan. Mau loot box.
Anjing red pakai.
Aing tarik loh ini, aing tarik ya.
Iya.
Iya udah.
Nggak bisa pin.
Iya enak. Ini ada anak.
Ambil ambil. Aing udah ada.
Udah.
Udah nggak ada apa-apa ini, nggak ada darah, nggak ada apa.
Sama anjing otak aing
juga dikejar.
Kita dikejar. Iya dong. Aing ada series banyak nih.
Aing nggak punya apa-apa.
Ngejar mana tuh? Ngejar kalian kayak.
Ya aing nggak bisa kabur Gus.
Pecah.
Apa yang pecah? Pet.
Klokin satu aing bunuh nih.
Oh hampir. Aing hit sekali.
Anjing nyabun aing. Oh banget petnya. Oh 2 tim dong.
Satu
enggak deh.
Gue nggak ada apa-apa.
Santai.
Oh looting aja lagi. Anjing ngampas. Aing bikin kopi dulu dah.
Oh ini game baru ya Allah sadar.
SJB2 finding themselves at about 10th place with 5
Zone
points.
sini kayaknya.
Right now is Alliance. And they've been really driving the narrative today. Haven't checked in on them
Itu udah kayak dropsnya jangan matiin.
And I could tell the pros are a little happier with this. I think, you know, when you watch scrims, I feel that the awareness of these pros and what is a most like a competitive environment is hard.
Kayaknya abis ini juga tidur sih.
Sometimes he scrims in and no teams are in the
Harus
final
tidur.
circle, and you know when there are 15 to 19 squads left and it's 3 circles deep and they feel the pressure, they feel
geng.
everything's got to be perfect. That's where I think the true competitive appreciation for what Apex can bring and that tension is really admired by the pros. It seems like we might be setting ourselves up for something like that today, but
Dia bisa-bisanya nge-scan loh anjing.
it's like that with the R9 from afar.
Yeah, Weigers is gonna have to get
Oh.
out of here. One player is gonna already be down. Crip's gonna fall.
Oh anjing. Sentinel headshot.
To the back of the forehead there, so he is going to drop. Now 907, they're gonna get to set up here. Now, as you were saying before, Rain Day, you know, I agree with you. Getting into those scrims, getting into those pressure moments in that final circle, it's so important, man. And if you're scrimming some teams out there and they're not trying that hard, that's when you start blacklisting people.
Aing turun bentar deh.
Hey, if we're gonna spend some time here to really practice hard for these
Mau
tournaments,
minum,
and
Aing?
you're in a lobby, you gotta go 100% because it's all about repetition, and especially when it comes down to battle royales.
Damn boy.
Every drop's gonna be different. The loot's
Iwan
gonna
bukan
be
TI
different.
TI.
So when it comes down to consistency, you want as many high pressure matchups as you can get, and we see an engagement about to pop off here. Gambit, they need to watch their
Not
left.
T1 but TI.
Team has been so successful. And you can see it right there. He sees the head peek up.
Jing.
He's got a rock
Oh.
behind that. Rock's not enough. Oh! Leo Gurria goes down. That is a big one.
Gambit.
He's going to have to pivot here as well as Artigo. They're going to back off
Hey,
a little bit.
Geser ngambil air.
To delay, they may have to leave Leo
Sampai
Gurria.
tua.
They've realized that he is gone. And now they are just gonna try to
Oh
get
my god.
Look who it is. It's Nasty, the man we did the
Anjing.
in hot pursuit.
Low HP gitu.
Oh yeah, and you Nasty. He has already called out the rotation to his team. As you know, we have already heard he loves to just hold that W key down, and he is not disappointed right now, trying to get these kills for his team. But Gambit, they are able to relieve some of this pressure for now. They're going to leave a teammate behind, and rather if they can get that banner or not, they might have to just leave him to the wolves, but we'll see what happens there.
I mean, this is a great spot, I think, as well. Also, for people who are looking at how do you handle a situation like that, because there is a way, and you know, obviously in Apex Legends, but I think just tactically to get out of this situation, still get your teammate back. And Gambit have to pivot now. They didn't expect to lose the Ogre there. He's the Pathfinder. He's their mobility. That's somebody you would want if someone else goes down, say you're Watson, to be able to quickly get a res and set up in terms of getting back to it. And look at this, Nasty still going into Gambit. It is going to be
Cacal.
Artico now.
Cacal.
There seems like there's only one player left, and I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Lumayan bagus kalau bisa mainnya kalau meta reflect crypto.
Yeah, man, Nasky strafe out
Tapi susah
here,
banget buat defend.
getting it done. And GSD, they
Auto
haven't
kelar.
really, let up on that pressure yet at all. Now with this circle
Dan
moving in here,
gak semudah itu anjing
we'll see
nge-push
where
Crypto
they're gonna end up
Revenant
rotating to
juga.
next. But so far, so good for them over here on this side of the map, Rain Day. And when you take a look at how they're kitted, they're gonna have some purple armor, blue armor here. Plenty of utility to work. We're gonna finally be able to loot this box here as well. So far, so good. 18 teams remaining. So plenty of time left in this one. This is about to get crazy though. So we're seeing where this next circle is going to be rotating to. Right there below bunker between salvage. It's going to be a lot of open area there in this valley. So these setups are going to be interesting. I wonder who has that Gibby for it.
Yeah, and that is really the case here. 18 squads left. You're seeing Circle 2 closing in about 1 minute and 50. AHG, again, we've mentioned the mechanical skill these guys provide, but also just the fact that they've been really looking to synergize. Great comms, one of the things I love about Matafe and his in-game leadership, but 0-0 Kuya with the replacement of Zip, really looking to, I think, find the squad that's going to fit, that's going to get them the success they believe they can have. A great team here playing the edge of the circle right now, and just almost, you know, saying, hey, let's see what shows up for us. I think they're more of a team that would rather make less mistakes and capitalize on what's being given to them versus trying to over-create situations, because that's sometimes where you get in trouble in Apex, trying to do too much and then getting third-partied or having some other variable plays that you just don't predict come upon you and ruin your plans.
And that's going to come down to some teams love to set the pace and force people to play around them. Other teams are going to be better when it comes down to reactionary gameplay. Now, you're going to have a great balance in BR professional game modes. Now, I will say that the defense being more reactionary can kind of play more into your favor, because if you can get some good setups and pick up on the kills as people rotate around you, as you get these early setups, that's awesome. But as we know, there are going to be some moments where the hill's not going to fall into your favor, right? That zone's not going to be there for you, and you're going to have to rotate out, set the pace, and kind of start some of these engagements, and you're going to want people to play to you and what your team's strengths are. So nice to have a balance there. Now, as we see over here, GSD going to be set up outside bunker, and they're sitting pretty, Rain Day.
And they really are. And you know what? Sometimes when you're sitting pretty, that's where you can get a little, I think, exposed, because you have to stay on your toes in this type of a game. GSD, so much success. We took a look at Nasky and his profile earlier. Let's take a look at what they have to say right now.
Break the door, break the door.
They're potting out. They're potting out right now.
There's a team porting. Don't nade. It's a waste.
Oh no, he came back.
You need to. I'm getting shot. I need to chill a bit. Flash! Destroyed. One guy's one. I don't know who. They're healing now? I cracked another. And one guy was 60 flash. I'm getting fucked. Wait.
Yeah, don't go yet. Get me cracked again?
The gen portal. They're running away. I don't know where.
My FPS is so bad.
Someone's gonna get shown now.
Holy fuck.
West team is not in zone now, boys.
I don't know, but they're getting. I think that's them getting beamed by scout.
Look at West team. West team rotating here. West team rotating here. We got desert town for ourselves.
Zonanya ke bawah.
Sending at the compound.
Is that safe?
Kental, guys.
Wait, we gotta clear our bunker. We gotta clear our backside.
Duluan monkey, yo, thank you.
Come with me. Stack with me. Check on the bridge. Come. We have 2 minutes to clear our entire area, okay?
Yeah, I don't know if we're safe. That's pink though. I don't think that's in.
I wanna make sure we find the decky first, then we use the rest. We use 1 minute to scout.
Okay, see where is the portal? Over here.
My FPS is so fucking.
What if we go in bunker town? Is that better?
You mean bunker? No.
Yeah.
I think
Bunker?
here, right? I think we can play.
I don't know if we're safe.
We need to check.
I'm clearing our backs. Come with me, please, someone.
Coming.
I can grab it anytime.
Mandi.
There's definitely a team bunker because the doors were open a minute ago.
Take height. We got a gatekeep bunker team. Make sure they don't come.
Kayaknya in game leadernya Watson deh.
of Nasky Strafe and Dell, some Ryzen superstars in Europe, and the EMEA region, of course, plays. Just great to hear them. They're still focusing on trying to find Hardeki from Gambit, finish off that team from beginning.
Alliance in this engagement. The massive able to connect, but there's their cleanup. And Alliance still in the 17th after coming from a win rain day. So that's gonna give some leeway to some other teams at the top to progress on in the rankings there. But I do want to go back to talk a little bit about GSD's listening a little bit because I loved it. They were being patient, taking time to scout, clear out their backs, dotting their I's before they moved up in this circle so that they have all the intel that they want, so they can just focus on the fight in front of them.
And you know what? They were doing the right thing because guess what? Gambit, Hardeki gets a kill. He took down, I believe it was G from third impact. So Gambit, Hardeki actually much more of a threat than maybe one would assume just by his lonesome. And Nasty Strafe Dell had the right idea. Now getting in a little bit of an entanglement themselves outside of bunker, I would assume. We don't have their POV right now, but Lava City Boys following along with them. And yeah, things could be going down in market pretty soon.
Yeah, I was looking at the kill feed. SJP2 shutting down North, man, and we know North has been playing over these last few weeks here.
Baru Altep aing.
I mean, sorry to cut you off, but Hardeki got another kill on the Mistral here. This solo needs to be taken out.
Nah, he definitely does, man. He is causing some drama here on the map, getting his team that KP, being a nuisance. Now, as we see, AOD, they're going to have some people here towards the crossroads with this scout here putting out a lot of damage. Well, he needs to connect with a few more, but as you see here, they're going to have their backs cleared out, backs to the zone. That's going to be good for them. The circle's going to be next to them, so it's an uphill battle for them, but they can use this wrist side to get some angles here. But as we know, you don't want to be the team in the trench.
And Thermite almost comes down there to interfere with Dell, but it's going to be the Watson interception pylon that saves him from
Kemana kita
a couple of changes to that in the last
Dia bilang bebas.
Bebas
dari server.
Rame gini, Bah.
Rame ini sana. Mana sih? Mana pingnya anjing? Ya, kelar.
Mana lah.
Sini lah anjing, kemana lagi?
Ya, semoga lootingannya nggak boring.
Oh, zona.
Tapi bohong. Sini anjing, turun sini. Ini Predator bos 3 biji.
Itu supporter tuh.
Ini yang kiri Dive Predatornya nggak permanen.
Ada juga anjing.
Predator permanen only, bos.
Belum ngasih lihat yang dapat apa aja ya.
Charmnya bagus kayak.
Caustic bos.
Katanya yang sekarang jadi ada aura-auranya ya?
Tahu deh.
Iya kok.
Oh, iya. Kasihan yang dia, kasihan yang Diamond anjing. Warnanya kayak peju.
Diamond nggak dapat apa-apa ya.
Iya, bro. Master berarti kasihan aing.
Buset dah, ini light ammo-nya banyak kali, Bah.
Kalau ada flatline ya?
Oh, ada Kopassus, angin menyelinap.
Kopassus.
Iya, sedang menyelinap di pepohonan.
Siap, Bang.
Just rival wingman aja.
Ada atas.
Keren gitu kombonya Kevin anjing.
Apa?
Charge rifle wingman.
Iya emang. Emang serius goblok.
Iya anjing.
Kok pada meragukan wingman aing sih?
Bukan meragukan anjing. Kombonya aja lucu goblok.
Iya.
Anjing.
Enggak ada shot gen apa shot gen.
Ada Eva di dalam sana. Ada Eva Celia.
Boleh.
Ambil tuh masifnya anjing sama dia di Bang Mike ambil.
Baterai yang 3.
We'll see. With 7 squads remaining here in this small area and just a minute on the clock, these teams are gonna have to start rotating soon. Di rumah tadi, Pin?
Yep. Rumah
finding a nice kill. Not quite sure who that was on, but the next building over is where they want to get. They have the Pathfinder zip line, and it could set them up.
Aing punya vault key. Tuh. Mau kah?
Apa aja gitu noke bangsat.
Aduh, itu cheaternya nih. Pindah bangsat cheaternya ke sini. Yang higher distribution
apa trainer.
Aing butuh scope jauh.
Harvest.
Hotkey nggak mau dipakai.
Ayo kalian belum juga emang.
Belum dipakai mah.
Let's see if he can lead them out of this position here. Looks like they're going to be pressing forward here. They're going to have a team around his wrist side, wanting to pick up these kills. The damage comes through, but there's the Gibby Bolt.
Aing muter-muter cari ini. Scope snipe.
Ada step.
It's about to get wild.
Pipir.
Iya anjing aing kira.
Parah kripto ya.
Yo aing muter.
Headshot. Hampir low semua itu. Kabur ya. Ngulti dah.
Dead zone.
Dalam enggak?
Jing caustic gitu. Boom.
Oh enggak turun. Iya aing ulti. Hit
Ada
sekali.
di bawah aing, ada yang di bawah aing ya.
Ya nih.
Dirinya tuh. Anjing.
Bisa ke bawah enggak?
Pecah.
Nyabun.
Ini darah nih.
Halo parah nih sabun ah. Tahu bete.
Nyabun. Ya Allah 55-nya ya kena.
Di rumah ya.
Ya aing masih shielding.
Rednya di kiri atas.
Hati-hati. Sendiri mana?
Oke.
Pecah petnya. Parah.
Gimana? Kabur terus. Pengecut aja.
Pecun
Aing TB-in.
Pecundang. Ayo yang punya dua.
Awas ulti habis kan.
Ya.
Kaburnya ke situ nggak tuh?
Oh.
Kayaknya harus Phoenix deh Gus.
Slow.
Ya Phoenix.
Knockpad.
Mati satu ya.
Iya, knock 2, knock 2.
3-1.
Matang. Oh jing. Low juga deh.
Low parah kripto.
Nggak usah kasih aing anjing. Anggap aja figuran.
Maaf bang.
Nih megang-megang jas.
Oh.
Buat
Dar anjing headshot.
Iya anjing.
GG gengs.
Pakai script.
Pakai script gak tuh?
Wingman
pakai script.
Iya, wingman script.
Dah kayaknya yang mau tidur juga. Wah ngantuk banget, dah lemes. Thank you bye semua. Mantap.